In this video, we're going to talk about factoring trinomials. We're going to deal with the case where your x squared term coefficient is equal to 1. Now the generic form of a trinomial is ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is your coefficient of your x squared term, b is the coefficient of your x term, and c is the constant. So in this problem I have x squared plus 4x plus 3. So this is in our ax squared plus bx plus c format, where a is equal to 1. We just have an x squared, the coefficient is 1. Your b is 4, and your c is 3. Now in order to factor this, you need to come up with two numbers that multiply to give you the c value, 3 in this case, and those same two numbers add up to the b value, 4. So I'm going to start with just numbers that multiply give us 3. And I only have one case here, 1 times 3. If I add those together, 1 plus 3, that gives me 4. Okay, so that works out. What we do here is do two sets of parentheses. We're going to put x in the first spot in each of them. And then our two numbers, the 1 and 3. And now this is factored. Now to verify, I can multiply this out using FOIL to verify it. So x times x is x squared. X times 3 is 3x. 1 times x is 1x. And 1 times 3 is 3. That gives me x squared. Got like terms, 3x and 1x is 4x. Just add the coefficients, 3 plus 1 is 4. And then plus 3. So x squared plus 4x plus 3. That gives us back the original problem. So this is factored correctly. Okay, if you see here, we factored this down into two binomials, x plus 1 times x plus 3. In this problem, we have x squared plus 8x plus 12. Again, our a is 1, our b is 8, and our c is 12. Okay, so we will come up with numbers that multiply to give us 12. It'd be 1 times 12, 2 times 6, or 3 times 4. So I need to find a case where it adds up to 8. 1 plus 12 is 13, 2 plus 6 is 8, 3 plus 4 is 7. Okay, so this is our correct one, 2 and 6. Again, set up our two parentheses. Then we're going to have x, and our two numbers 2 and 6. Plus 2 and plus 6. Okay, so x squared plus 8x plus 12 factors to x plus 2 times x plus 6. Again, we can check this. X times x is x squared. X times 6 is 6x. 2 times x is 2x. And 2 times 6 is 12. And we can simplify this to x squared. 6x and 2x is 8x. And then plus 12. Okay, so that gives us back our original. In this problem, we have x squared plus x minus 12. Okay, so our b is 1 and c is negative 12. So again, I need numbers that multiply give us 12. So 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Now since our c is negative, that means one of our numbers needs to be negative. So that when we multiply them together, you get a negative number. Now if our b is 1, that means our two numbers are 1 apart. So it needs to be 3 and 4. And since our b term is positive, our bigger number here needs to be positive. So negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. And negative 3 plus 4 is positive 1. So again, set up our two parentheses. We have an x, and our two numbers, negative 3 and plus 4. Now it doesn't matter which order you do this. It could have been x plus 4 times x minus 3. When you multiply two things together, it doesn't matter the order. Again, I can check my answer. X times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. 4 times x is 4x. And 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. So again, negative 3x plus 4x is positive 1x. and minus 12. So x squared plus 1x minus 12. Okay, so let's factor down to x plus 4 times x minus 3. In this problem, we have x squared minus 5x minus 14. Okay, so our b is negative 5, and our c is negative 14. I want to come up with numbers that multiply and give me 14. So 1 times 14, or 2 times 7, those are our only choices. Again, if our c is negative, that means one number needs to be negative. And if our b is negative, our bigger number needs to be negative. Okay, so we got 5 apart. That needs to be 2 and 7 would be the right numbers here. Our 7 needs to be negative, and our 2 positive. And 2 times negative 7 gives us a negative 14. And 2 plus a negative 7 gives us negative 5. Then do your two sets of parentheses. We got x and x plus 2 and minus 7. Alright, so why don't you check this by foiling this and see if you get x squared minus 5x minus 14. Alright, so hopefully that checked out. Alright, so let's go to the next problem. In this problem we have x squared minus 8x plus 12. So our b is negative 8. And our c is positive 12. Now if our c is positive, that means both numbers could be positive or both numbers are negative. Okay, if our b term is negative, that means we need a negative number. So our two terms here are going to be negative. So for 12, it can be 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. In order for it to add up to 8, 2 and 6 is going to work. And those both have to be negative. Negative 2 times negative 6 is positive 12. And negative 2 plus a negative 6 is negative 8. Alright, so that works out. So remember, if our c is positive, that means both numbers have to be positive or both numbers negative. And if our b is negative, that means those two numbers have to be negative then. So we do our two sets of parentheses. We have x and x. We have minus 2 and minus 6. And remember, if you want to check your answer, you just FOIL this out. X times x is x squared. X times negative 6 is negative 6x. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. And negative 2 times negative 6 is positive 12. So two numbers, when you multiply them together, give you a positive number. So we have x squared, negative 6x minus 2x, combined like terms, gives us negative 8x, and then plus 12. So I hope this video on factoring trinomials helped you out. Remember, factoring and trinomial, we break it down into two binomials that we multiply together. We need to figure out two numbers that multiply and give us a c value, and those same two values add up to the b value. So those will be our two numbers that we put in our parentheses. Thanks for watching this video, and check out many more on our YouTube channel. Thanks.